So basically, it's like we're going to share different stuff to you guys to help you in your Qimen, and help you in your knowledge, and also allows you to actually read your chart much more in a more complex manner. And that's where you can actually derive and also like, pick up some of the very deep and you might have missed out some points, and that's where you can actually integrate it together with your own personal experience, and that's where you can come up with a very good decision making or actions. All right. Okay. So let us start together. Okay. So in the meantime, you have any questions, you just actually post it to the chat. Then once we actually read that part, reach to the part that more towards like the Q&A, then we will talk about it. All right. Okay. Come. Let's do it together. Okay, so basically, right, I've done this sharing. I think this is the second round of this sharing. So the very first round was last week. All right, so basically Qimen plus, which is the Qimen plotter. We have this Qimen plotter. I'm not sure you guys know about this Qimen plotter today, but later we'll just showcase the demo to you guys. Qimen Plus is a plus version which is officially launched on the 27th, where we have a lot of different features inside. So that's the plus model. We also have this basic model, which is very much, you can see a free plotter that you can see from the general public mass market. But we have new things inside, which is we try to add things and try to add more stuff to match to become much more competitive in the open market. All right, so hence a lot of people send me WhatsApp and also email asking me that is there any like structures we can actually put structures in, because all the free plotters external market, they don't have structures. All right, so we and my team we decided to add in some of the common, powerful, and dangerous structures lah. So if you guys have been using the free plotter from all sorts of different mass market, why not you can try our Qimen plotter. All right, so this Qimen plotter not just have powerful structures. You have some of the, like, for example, like the long fan, those very dangerous structures. Later I can show you, right? So some of this quite important and more common ones we added into the basic version, which you cannot find in external market. So this is one thing that we want to add it for you guys, because we really hear you and we really want to help you, and our mission, like what I've told CK just now, part of our mission is to actually give back to the society. Okay, so that's the reason why we created this Qimen plotter. Of course, if you want to be much more advanced, you want to be able to read charts for not just for yourself and also for your loved ones, then I will actually introduce you to the plus model, which is the higher grade and more features unlocked for you. Okay. All right. So before we actually go deep to the different case studies and stuff, I just want you to understand that there are a lot of things that when we, as a starter, I mean, you yourself here, those who are very new to Qimen, I'm very sure these are all the things that you felt, all right? For example, like struggling to recall the characteristics of the different variables in the one box. So this is also something that you guys are actually facing, very confused on the different formations, not very sure which useful god to use. I'm very sure these are part of your pains, yeah? So therefore, right, some of the very expensive course plotters, they really can't really solve part of your pain. You're still very uncertain, or maybe you have joined a lot of programs, or you've been learning Qimen for so many years, but you still have some uncertainty in you. All right, you're still not very confident to actually form out an accurate analysis. Okay, so these are all part and parcel of learning Chinese metaphysics. Regardless you're learning Qimen, 八字 as well, 紫微斗数, or maybe feng shui. All right, so you will always have this kind of consistent pain, I would say. All right, so this is about a lifelong learning journey, right? So we understand this pain, and that's why we are here. Okay, we want to create an app. We want to create a plotter where it can actually ease you in a certain form, maximizing you to a point that you can actually integrate with your own personal experience. Then you can use that plotter to help you to come up with very good strategy, and also allows you to have a good outcome. Okay, so that's why we are here. All right, so why we want to do this for you is because we want to learn Qimen together from the basics all the way to the advanced. That's the reason why we have this weekly sharing. Okay, we also want to use case study to illustrate. I'm not sure you guys know me for I mean, maybe this is the first time we see each other. I mean, could be. I've been doing 𝗕𝗵 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 since like 2017. So at the very start, I wrote a lot of blogs, a lot of what we call articles. All right. So at that moment, 21.6, 21.7, that was very popular back then. But after that, people just transited to videos and all this. So in 2016, maybe you guys know me through that part, all right? So we wrote a lot of case studies, all right? So that's where I illustrated using blocks and all this. So that's where now currently I wish to actually bring you back to 2016 and to allow you to understand if let's say we have a very advanced plotter, we can actually have a better outcome in terms of our reading, all right? So at the current moment when I was 2016, there's not much of plotters, to be honest. There's really not much of plotters. And those plotters, they don't have like additional information for you, okay? You don't have like additional formations for you to understand. And you do not know that what are the different variables, what is the intensity, what are the configurations. At that time in 2016, 2015, we don't have that kind of stuff. So that was also one of the, in me, I want to actually create something like that to make sure that, at the current moment, at the current situation right here, right now, you will be able to actually accelerate and also, increase your learning curve exponentially using our 𝗕𝗵 plus plotter to help you to make sure that we cover all angles for you, and that's where you can integrate with your own personal experience, and from there you can get a very good analysis. All right, so later I'm going to bring you back a little bit, because bring you back to 2016. If we have this plotter in 2016 right now, what can you do? All right, so we're going to display this to you and let you see how well you can actually learn and progress with 𝗕𝗵. All right. Okay, so before that, right, those people that's really new, I really urge you to join our Telegram group, or maybe have some information to my website and also Facebook page. Maybe you're really very new, you want to have consistent upgrades from us. We will showcase our case studies, showcase our what we do for a living, for example, like feng shui, and also like videos hacks, to give you some information. Yeah, we will always post into our Telegram group and also Facebook page. So do feel free to actually join us if you're very new. And those who are really that know me for so many years, but maybe you're not in my Telegram group, and this is the chance here right now, you can actually join us to join in with us, and that's where we can actually have a much more good synergy in terms of our community. Okay, all right. Let's go. So today, the very first thing we're going to share is the 12 growth and birth stages for stems. I would like you to let me know, anyone of you here know this 12 growth birth stages at this current moment? Any one of you know this thing that has been integrated to 𝗕𝗵? Maybe you've learned this before, maybe you heard this before, or maybe you just what is this about, So I'm gonna share this together with you today. So I just want to have a understanding, all right, an understanding. So you guys have heard this thing before? I mean, if you say yes, maybe just give me just interact with me a little bit. So before we start this, come on, guys, come on, man. So I really want to either hear your voice or have some, this is what we call interaction through the chat. All right, Charlene say no. Very good. James say no. Mei Jing say no idea. Amy say no. Wow, solid. So many people say no. So today you're learning a new thing. I'm very happy for you guys. Any more? Daphne say no. Very good. Very, very good. Any more, guys? Come on. So this is really good. 𝗕𝗵 say no. Oh my God, this thing is really new to you guys. It's really new. A lot of people ask me this question, well, when am I starting a new program? I mean, a 𝗕𝗵 program. I have no what we call as plans to have a program right now at this current moment. So the very old program that we have was like 2021. Yeah, 2021, we have our own collectibles. That was so long back during COVID. Yeah, COVID, right? So COVID, wow, my business really boomed. Everybody do teachables and stuff. So at that moment, it's like, oh, everybody must do program, you know, at that point of time. So that's what we also do lah at that moment. So we have a very, very super ultra old program, which is in 2021. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Wow, cow. That's really 5 years ago, man. Time really flies. So yeah, so really that was the time. Then people was asking me, hey, can I buy your old programs? I said, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That time when we the way how I talk and the way how I talk right now is a little bit different. Okay. All right. So great that you guys don't know. Okay, so today is a lucky day. Okay, so 𝗕𝗵 𝗫𝗀𝗀 has a lot of things that you really need to know because last week when we talk about the sharing, let me give you a little bit of what we did last week. So this one here is our plotter, and this is a very full version of our plotter. You can see all the different things inside. You can see what is black, what is red. We can also see the structures in red, structures in black. Yeah, we can also see the D and all this is inside. Okay, so people will start to ask me, how come some of the positive doors, positive stars, positive deities at a different palace, it becomes black color. So in a very easy way to explain this is black is negative or low in power or lousy at this current stage. All right. Then red is generally positive. Okay, so in this case, you look here, yeah. You look here, like for example, like the open door. You can see this open door is actually, you know, in general plotters, in what we learn in normal Qimen theories, open door is a very good door. Okay, open door, live door, and the rest door. This is generally what we learn, all right? It's good. But in some different palaces, it will tend to have difficulties or challenges and also restrictions. Okay, so which means I have done something that is a little bit much more advanced because we have all the back-end machinery and all this. We have really done a back-end system to help you to understand where some of the palace, some of the good stars can be negative. Some of the good doors can be negative. So a very simple, easy, one glance kind of impact will be black is bad, red is good. All right. So this one here is a full plus model, okay, which we later will demo with and show you. All right. So last week we did something very simple, which is we talk about the stems. All right, the stems. The stems represents people. Okay, people. So in this part here, we always will differentiate different variables. This is very important when you study Qimen. These are the different variables that you need to know. For example, like this is the stems, this is the stars, this is the doors, and this will represent the deity. So each individual variable has a certain meaning. Okay, so if you're new, you need to first start with this. All right. If you're not new and you really know something like this, then your job here is to understand the intensity of the relative variables. Okay. So in this case, when we talk about the 𝗕𝗵 represents people. So the people is in a red color. Red color means it's good. So people matters. Good. Okay. So if you talk about the timing or the trends or the opportunities, okay, so this one we talk about the stars. This is bigger dynamic stuff. All right. So when it's an advisor star or the assistant star, people say, hey, it's a good star to have. Yeah, I mean, it's a very good thing. Yes, it's correct. But however, why is it black? Because in this palace, this star is not a timely star. Okay, and that's the reason why it's in black. So you need to know, okay, which means I know I have a good star, but this energy level is poor. So if it's poor, this becomes a problem. And if you recognize the problem, you come up with a strategy, then you can increase your success rate in winning this game. That's the point, all right? So in the free plotter, we have this inbuilt into the free plotter version already, okay? So which means we have something a little bit different from the existing public market kind of plotters. All right, you can actually go and check it out. All right, it's very, very advanced because we have all the backend dynamics inside. the machine learning, the data analytics. So in this case, last week, this is what we did, right? Very simple. Okay, then we move on to case study. Okay, but today, we want to do something a little bit more, So that's the reason why we want to focus on the very thing here, the steps, all right? Because it represents people. Okay, so you want to know, is that people good, or is that people lousy, or is that people average? Okay, this is something you want to know. Okay, because let's say, for example, you want to first identify your current energy. Is my current energy at a prosperous mode or prosperous stage? If I'm not in the prosperous stage, which means I am the problem. Me, myself is a problem. If that one represents you, all right? If your represents the outcome, then you must understand the people matters have a problem. Okay, so you need to handle how to handle this part? Handle the people matters. Then your things will start to move much more smoothly. Okay, so today we're going to discuss with you here the 12 growth stages. So this one is very important because a lot of people don't know. They don't know this thing. They're unable to understand. They go say that, oh, the jia, the bing, the ding, the yi, these are the very good stems, then the rest are all bad. No, that's not true. That's not true. What if today is a Keng day and it represents you? Are you going to classify it as a bad? No. It just represents a day stem. That's all. Okay. All stems have good side and all stem has the negative side. Okay. That's good and bad. How do you differentiate it? The energy levels. Okay. So the energy levels is differentiated into 12 different growth and birth stages. Okay, so in the this photos is actually what I did in the collectibles version in 2018. So we taught this 12 growth birth stages. Then we have the 3 different classes, which is the performance class, which is the best class, which is the most powerful energy, and the fragile class means the lousy energy, and the watcher class means is like nor here or there. Okay, so which means if your stems is in the growth, is a strong energy. If it's in the buff, it represents a peach blossom energy. A peach blossom is generally good, all right? Means likability lah, okay? Then if let's say in the youth stage means it's also a strong energy. All right, then you move on to thrive. You thrive, it means you're in a very strong, prosperous years in your age, and that's where you're in the society. You're able to actually work and get what you want. Okay, so that's why the 12 growth stages, it represents like the growth of a human. Okay, so when you're a baby, then you grow up to be a student. Then after you go to uni, then you go out to society, then you get your everything what you want, you crave for, you desire for, then you start to grow old, you become weak, and that's where you become sick, and people unfortunately will go into the death mode. Then after somebody died, then you go into the grave, then you go extinct, then the cycle repeats again, then that's where it conceive and nourish, then you become another human, reincarnate something in this line. All right, so this is like the law and nature of human. Okay, or I'm not just human, for living things. Okay, so in this case, we want to know at this current moment, at this current situation where you're plotting a chart for your own personal aspects. Can be love, can be relationship, can be career, can be business, so many things, yeah? You want to know at this current moment, what are you? So if you are in the thriving mode or the prosperous mode, perfect, which means whatever problems that comes to you, you have the energy to fight through it. Okay, all right. So let's say you're in the grave mode, you're in the sick mode, which means you're not having the correct power or correct energy levels or correct mindset to fight for what you want. Even though you can have a good doors, you can have a good stars, you can have a good deity, you can have a good structures, it doesn't help because you yourself has a problem. You see the most important thing in Qimen 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝘁𝗵, the number one is about human. What does Qimen 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝘁 means? Qimen 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝘁 means you hide the 𝗃, right? You hide the 𝗃. 𝗃 is a human, Jia is the king. So you need to hide the king. You know, that's why the king can actually plot and plan and strategize. Then that's why he can fight the war. That's the point of qimen dunjia. So qimen dunjia is always about a people. You know, you get my point? So which means now, right now, at this current moment, you need to know, are you a performer class? Are you a fragile class? Or you're a watcher class? All right, so this is one thing that I really feel that is very important. That's the very first thing when I do in doing a achievement forecast. Okay, so when I need to go and remember all this, you know, the different stamps represents what. I sometimes, right, I lost touch on all this stuff. All right, so because like the subsequent 2 years ago, I'm so focused in 紫微斗数. You know, I was like talking to my programmer. I say, hey, it's time for us to actually build a very sophisticated 紫微 plotter, and that's where we really invested a lot of time and effort and create all the analytics and yeah, the predictive data and all this. Yeah, so this is something that I've done and invested a lot of time and money into it. And I feel that, I mean, it's not wholesome enough. And that's the reason why I'm here today to do this qimen. All right. So qimen is also one of my favorite topics. I've been doing this since 2016. And the very first blog that I wrote in 2017 is actually about qimen. Right. Because at that moment, when I studied qimen was really far back in 2010. 2010 or 2009. That was so long ago. And I really suddenly I feel, wow, man, this art is damn gang. This is really damn good. You know, and I really invested my time, effort. Then I read a lot of different books, different Chinese books, especially, and yeah, Chinese, English, yeah, really very, very interesting and very interested in how to actually excel. And that's where I want to create something that is very simple for you guys to do it. And that's where the birth of 紫微 plotter. All right. So today, why we want to do a sharing is not just to showcase how powerful qimen Plus is, but also to actually share with you the correct mindset, the correct way of how we analyze the chart, because we really want you to show that sense of confidence, that sense of achievement, and you know, that kind of confidence and allowing yourself to say, yes, today I've done right. That's really what I want, because that's how I feel. All right. So I really, every time when a client come back to me and say, hey, yeah, hey, this is correct, this is damn true, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's that the kind of feeling, you know, as a practitioner, as a consultant, I really love it. I really love it, and I turn it into a profitable business. So, and hence, I really want that this kind of feeling on you, and that's where we really wish to actually give back to society. And that's why I say I have no plans to actually create a program right now. I really want you to reconfigure, or maybe you guys already know it. Those who are very new, then you start the correct pace. Yeah, all right. So let me have another one minute on this part before we go into the case study. Okay. So I really want you to actually have this kind of feeling that you are right at this current moment. Okay, so the very first thing you need to do is understand which class are you, because all stamps represents people. Okay, so are you in the performer class? Are you in the fragile class? Or in the watcher class? I mean, you don't have to really take it as a class. You can take it as where are you right now? Okay, are you in the growth, which is strong? Are you in the buff, which is peach blossom, likability? Are you in youth? Youth means it's strong. Are you in thriving, which is prosperous, or in the very much the prosperous mode? Okay, then once all this red color is done, then you know people will go old, people will retire and all this, right? But you see, that's the conflicting part. Right now, I'm not retired, but I want to fight. But I'm in the weak mode, sick mode, death mode, grave mode, extinct mode, and all this here is current mind mode. But I'm not retired. I'm not in the retiring mode. But why am I in this situation? It says something. It says something at your current positioning, or maybe your situation is not timely. So when you're not timely, what can you do? Handle the people part. Okay, could be you and the respective your questions based on business. That could be a business partner issue, because it's human. All right, it could be you yourself. Your skill sets are not there yet. Your expertise are not there yet. Your mindset is not there yet. You're not vibrating in a very high frequency. You're not there yet. So don't talk about the stars. Don't talk about the doors. Don't talk about deities. Solve your problem first. Okay. All right. So this is very, very ultra important. All right. Let me see what is the next page. Okay, so in this case, one example for you guys. So here, look at this 𝗀. Okay, so sometimes, you know, the day master can be a 𝗀, or can be a 𝗀 day, or the hour can be a 𝗀. Okay, depends on your questions. Okay, so you look at this 𝗀, the 𝗀 represents people matters. So you see, there's a lot of different things that is inside, which you don't need to go and think about it. It's there for you already. This is called the status. So we already have the stages for you inside inbuilt. So when you look into it, oh shit, it's in my grave mode. Oh no, it's in the extinct mode. Oh no, it's in the punishment mode. Each different category has a different solution to solve it. Of course, we are not teaching this at this current moment. I mean, you guys have been learning. I would say, I will urge you to go and learn from all parts of or different teachers. Regardless which teachers, they will be able to actually assist you in this part. Okay, so I really need you to first understand there's such a thing here. Okay, then when you slowly progress and you learn through the different journeys, different teachers and all this, different masters, different practitioners, then you slowly can gain this kind of experience. Okay, how to actually solve a grave, how to solve an extinct, how to solve a punishment, if that's you, or if that's the outcome. Okay, so this one here, I'll leave it to you. My job here is to tell you there's a problem. Okay, that's the role of the plotter. Okay, the role of the plotter is you don't need to go and memorize all these stages. You don't have to do that. You also don't need to understand this 𝗀 matter at this palace, is it black color or red color, or it means it's good or bad. You don't need to do that. The plotter really have it. Okay, which means it's all the backend machinery has done it for you. What you need to do here is having the skill sets to interpret and to be able to actually solve your own personal problems. Okay, likewise for this bravery, why is it black? Black, what does it mean? The hook now is black. What does it mean? And the solitude door or the delusion door is in black. What does it mean? Okay, so here, looking at here, if you are very truly beginner, you just want a very easy way out. If this is your outcome, you see so many black, then you know that the outcome is not so good. Very simple, correct? So that's the most easiest way as a starter. So and that's where it actually increases your self-esteem, right? It increases your confidence level. At least you know that hey, I'm on the right track. At least I know that this is a bad forecast. Okay, all right. Or if it's all red, then you know that at least it's a good forecast. Then I will take it back. Then I'll just go and see what kind of information I can actually integrate together. Then go and learn from the different books, get more information, brainstorming together with more people, gather with people and ask them what's their experience, how they feel about this. Slowly you'll learn together and then definitely going to be a pro in no time. I mean, that's what I did in the past. I'm serious. I mean, of course, I'm a little bit gifted in this art lah. So hence so hence I learn a bit faster. But I'm not saying that this is not achievable. Okay, if I can, so can you. All right. So let me see some of the chat first before we move on to the next part. All right, because after that we're going to talk about case study. We're going to bring you back to 2016, 2017. Okay, let me see what is this. Okay, so Charlene has said something. 𝗀 has punishment component in the box, but not shown in the 12 stages. Oh, okay, because the punishment is another thing. Punishment is actually a formation. We have the 6 crescent punishment, you remember? Okay, so maybe you're very new. All right, there's a thing called 6 crescent punishment. So 6 crescent punishment is talking about the different stems fall into different box. It will contribute into a punishment mode. Okay, so that's why we also put it there for you. All right, so because some of the plotters, they don't have it, we want you to know at this current situation, you're in a punishment mode. So punishment mode, if you've studied 八字 before, it's very much similar. It's saying that you have mental torture, emotional crisis, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So 𝗔痿 𝗀𝗃 has also this kind of thing that we want to talk about. All right. And that's where we want you to know that, hey, this is a problem, this is a problem. So this problem, you must use a certain strategy to do it. Okay. All right. So good. Mr. John is here today. Oh man, what does the number under each element mean for the palace? Oh, this is a very interesting question. Okay. So this one here, right, Mr. John. Okay. So I cannot give you the secret of this thing first. The reason why is because I think my programmer have put the numbers wrongly. This one here is actually for feng shui. We have we're actually thinking of doing the feng shui stuff. So therefore, right, this is actually a very high level multi-layer feng shui strategy. That's where we put the numbers in this manner. But I won't want to showcase this at this moment. So I think I'm going to change the number. I'm going to change the number to the normal
Which number, huh?
uh,
Six dash eight or the 2?
yeah, 6-8.
Oh, that one,
The
yeah.
flying star number. This is a flying star
This
number.
that one okay. The 6-8 one I also want to ask. What the heck is that?
This one is a high level feng shui layering method lah. So which means we do multi-layer multi-layer plates to have come out with a different number. I mean, those who know will know it. Those who don't know it will never know it. So I think we put it wrongly. So but I really think I want to remove it. I want to remove it, and this is not very Qimen context. This one is a feng shui thing. My programmers have just lump it together. So never mind. So I'm gonna either just ignore it, then just let it be for now, or I just change it to the early later heaven numbers lah. So easier for you guys.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. But this is not early later heaven numbers. This is much
Okay.
more complex. Yeah, so but this is not Qimen. This is not very Qimen related. This is more feng shui related. So basically we want to combine feng shui. Feng shui got a lot of different schools, right? Like flying stars, we got the
This one?
dragon gates and all this. So this number is much more advanced in the flying star method. All right. Yeah.
What is this then?
It's somebody's talking. It's a very advanced flying star method lah. Yeah.
Oh, 1 5 star. Okay.
Those who studying flying star, they will understand this. But this one is much more complicated because it is I also don't know.
6-8, then good lah, right? Can use this star lah. Basically,
No,
right?
this is not the combo numbers. This is not combo numbers.
Then what the heck is this? Combo number.
This is not combo numbers. This is in itself. Yeah, never mind. Just let it be lah. Don't bother first. For now,
Okay.
I will tell my programmer to take it out. If not, it will cause a lot of confusion. Yeah.
Never mind, leave it there lah. Maybe can use.
You want to break the code, right?
Leave it there. Let me figure out what can use.
You want to break the code just like Mr. John.
John is high level. He's the master, right? Okay, he's different level.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, let's continue, all right? Because we have a lot of new players here today. All right, so what can Qimen Plus do for you? Okay, basically, just like what I told you, right? They can forecast different aspects of life. We give you analytics. Analytics later we'll talk about it, all right? It allows you to identify the red means it's not red means it's good, the black is not so good. Then we also have indicators for you to tell you which one is the status of the stages of the star, stages of the doors. Yeah, everything is there for you in Qimen Plus, and I'm quite sure some of you guys have already bought it, subscribed to it, and you guys have been, using it, and I mean, I'm very happy that it's beneficial for you. Okay, all right. So let me see what's the next thing. Yes, so we're gonna promote a little bit of our Qimen Plus plotter, which is today the webinar special. We will have an 8% discount, all right, or 8% off today. So it's US $45, and that's where it's around like $3.75 per month, or just a very simple 0.12 cents a day. Okay, so it's a 365-day subscription. Okay, so if you guys really want to improve, for beginners, you want to have pointers for it. Later I'll explain more about Qimen Plus. But if you really want to live up to the next stage, then Qimen Plus is definitely something for you. Okay. All right. So yes. So these are some of the comparisons. Like the other free plotters, they don't have this. But our basic model, we have more than them. All right. So we have more than them. Perfect. We have an advantage in the open market. Then paid plotters, we also have more things than the paid plotters. So this one here, $49, $45 today. It's pretty good for you. Okay, all right, let's move. Okay, so let's see, where are we? Okay, so before we move on to the case study, which is we're going to bring you back to 2016, I would like to ask if anybody still have any more questions for the 12 growth. Then if you have it, just pose it. I will take 1 minute to actually explain. All right. If you don't have, then we'll move on to this case study. All right, which is September the 10th, 2016, 15:43 hour. Okay, let me see the chat. Have or not? Don't have. Don't have. Don't have. Confirm. Okay, come. Let's go. Let me bring you out to the Qimen plotter. So this one here is a Qimen plus plotter. Okay, so where we can have different form of forecast. Okay, different form of forecast. So in this case, right, you also can backtrack. All right. So if let's say we talk about, I want to introduce you one of our very old articles that I wrote in the past. You can actually, or you guys have a case study that you did in the past. You can use this plotter plus, the Qimen plus to backtrack and to see what you have done well and what you have done wrongly. Okay, so we have 3 different systems for you. Those pros, you want to use different system that is based on your own personal preference, you also have it there for you. Okay, so hence, let's say, for example, we want to talk about this. Let me bring you to my plotter. This WordPress that I wrote
Oh
in
my
the past.
God, I knew you since then, man. Gosh.
Yeah, that's very long time ago.
My goodness, 8 years at Draco.
That's true. That's true. We really been through a long time together.
I still remember reading this, then call you up or something like that. My goodness.
This is really that's the first one. You see, that's the very first one. Is it Qimen? Forecasting live event 001. Oh, last time I was very ambitious. I run until 100.
Very nice, eh? Your last time the all the write up.
Yeah, I always have this kind of idea. I say that okay, every week I must produce one. Then until when I then suddenly like I got other like do videos, or maybe like I started up my consultational business. Then I said, hey, no time really. Then we do videos and different things like that, programs, and that's how we started. So I mean it's a very long journey really. So until now today, right here, right now, I moved office 2 times already, so I mean things have just changed. Everything has just changed. So I'm very happy that I have moved to a different stage. So I mean I'm very glad that I know you and you've been keeping in touch for so many years. I mean it's very fun to to learn together. So this one here, let's click in and see. Okay, so this was really very long time ago. I wrote this was in August 23rd, 2017. And yeah, that's the storyline, man. So basically, I have a friend, actually know this guy, Michael, then they become close friend. But basically it's like this my friend here want to know that, is Michael interested in her? Is there any intention to start a relationship and all this lah? So hence she's one of my client and she asked me on plotting a chart lah. I mean getting a consult. So at that moment you see at that 2016 there's not much of a plotter, but I really love this art of metaphysics. This one the website. It really helps me a lot because at that moment we don't have much plotters, and this is the best thing I have at that time. So at that moment I feel that inside me I feel that if I have a chance to actually have the funds, the luck, the people to really be able to create a plotter, I will do it. Then I mean we are very blessed that we have this opportunity to do it. All right. So this one here is the chart law. So 2016 September the 10th. 15:43. So I'm gonna plot this chart together with you guys. All right. So if you have this, then if those who have any plotters, you should plot it together with me. Okay. So this one here is 2016 September the 10. That's the 10. Then the timing is 15:43. Okay, so here that's the date and time we have already. Then the forecast aspect, because this one is talking about relationship, so we go into love. Okay, so if you guys are talking about business, wealth, health, academics, recognition, then you can actually plot it accordingly to what you really want. Okay, so let's do it, man. Okay, so now we are here. Some of the things that I really wish to actually share with you, like for example, we have the forecast here, which is love. All right, so this is additional information. The date and time, we also have it here. So it's been input. Okay, then the next thing is the important info. For example, like is this a full wing chart? Is it a funding chart? And the door stars and stems are all full wing. Okay, and what special formations you have? Like for example, heavily auxiliary hour because it's a 𝗕 hour. So here we also wrote it for you. So if you're an expert, you need to understand what is the lead stem, lead door, lead star. We also have it for you. If you are very focused in like the three victories, which direction, then this one is also there for you already. Okay, likewise for the clashes, for the hour clashes, the day clashes, for example here. Okay, so right now we first don't talk about the analytics. Okay, we don't talk about this first. We talk about the chart. Okay, so if you are a new beginner, then definitely when we talk about love, we will use the sixth harmony. So look here, it's pretty small. Click on it, it will enlarge. All right, so that's where the harmony is here, is in red. The advisor is in red. The solitude door is in red. You know, in the past, right? In the past, when I read this, right, I know that this is in a punishment mode. So I said, hey, your relationship here has a punishment. So punishment means, you know, together with is a full wing chart. Full wing means something that everything is very slow. Okay, full wing means something is very slow, and a very slow progression together with the punishment. You know, and that's where it's like a, you know, a relationship torture because it's like misery, right? There's no progression in the relationship. So at that point of time, because we don't have the back end machinery, so we don't know that this solitude is actually red. So let me bring you back to what I wrote. Okay, so I also done my mistakes. So like I'm not scared to and afraid to share my what I've done wrongly in the past because I don't have this system, right? I don't have this stuff. So at that point of time where I wrote this, I say the situational analysis is a full chart. So everything goes back to the original stage, represents stagnant and slow changes, which is true. Okay, this one I didn't say wrongly. So the question maybe take longer period to manifest, which is also true. Okay, so when I talk about the six combo, let's go into this part, the 0.5. Okay, so 0.5 is six combo or the six harmony, which is the 六合宫. In delusion means relationship obstacles. In general reading, it seems like when you always have a delusion door, it seems like you're stuck. It seems to be in this manner. Okay. Then together with the 𝗃 punishment is a self-punishment. Then I wrote this not fruitful, fulfilling, and definitely a lousy journey. This part was my interpretation in 2016. I mean, yeah, I mean, we only have this dynamics that we have. You get my point? It's the same. It's just like in the past, there's no DNA testing versus the time where I have DNA testing. There's a lot of differences. All right. So in this case, right, I when I look back to what I've wrote, some part is not totally correct. So when I look back to this chart itself, I see, right, that's not true. You see, when we read solitude door or delusion door, it can be low profile. It can be also not publicized kind of relationship or low key relationship or low profile relationship. And that's where I might be wrong. I might be wrong in my reading at that point of time. You see, because it's in red. It's in red. Come on, guys. It's in red. Red means it's good. Which means one of the strategy you can use is low profile relationship. Okay. But one thing we know that the punishment is there. So punishment there means is what? Today, I taught you is a people matter problem. It could be your own personal relationship in terms of your internal beliefs. It could also be the way how you look into relationship, how you handle relationship, what's your mindset in relationship. it relates to your people matters. So it's a people problem, right? It could be because you're fooling, you don't dare to walk up the one stage ahead. You don't dare to take up the first step. And that's where you're punishing yourself. All right. So at that moment, 2016, it's a different story. Totally different story. So if at that moment in 2016, I have my plotter, I will not read in this manner. My advice to the person will not be in this manner. Okay, so if I look into the analytics, which is also something that we have done for you guys. We look into the love forecast, which is the analytics. You can see here, the people matters are at a very low percentile, which means your door got no problem. Your trends, which is the opportunity, is there for you. The spirit, which is the blessing, is there for you. What is the problem? The problem is the people. So if it's the people, we don't just stop there, yeah? We tell you what is the percentage of your success rate, 65%. So 65% could be very low for you guys. I mean, some people say that I wish to have an A in my relationship. Then how are you going to do it? You're going to look into the challenge. What's the challenge? You see, running from emotional responsibility strains trust and mutual growth. You see the problem here. You see right now, when I was talking on the blog itself, no people want to take initiative, right? Everybody is just waiting. It's a waiting game, and that's where the question here is: should I continue to wait? That's the question that I have at 2016 from my client. And now the strategy here, if 2016 you have 𝗕𝗵+, okay? The strategy one here is take initiative. Show your partner that you are ready. So right now, you have a direction. You know what's your problem. You have this direction. You have the strategy. You know how to strike. All right? So that's where what I really want you to know here is, from the 𝗕𝗵+, you are definitely allowing and allowing yourself to be able to excel in terms of not just reading the chart itself, but with the challenge, with the strategy, you're able to come up with better recommendation for your own self, or maybe you're reading for other people. You're definitely going to be able to give them a very, very holistic analysis. And with this, you can save a lot of lives. Not just for you, you can save your client. So that's really something that I want to do. So I bring you back. So you see the point here. I really want you to understand that from the analytics, from the forecast, sometimes it's not just reading the chart itself. Reading the chart itself is not enough. There's a lot of things me as a practitioner, you as a beginner, we might have missed out. And that's what I did in 2016. I missed out some points. I missed out some parts. And you can actually read my blog. I wrote tons of stuff inside at that moment because I'm really in a very advanced mode. But I still make mistakes. You get my point? So at 2016, I do make mistakes. And every very slight mistakes can actually change my reading in terms of my suggestion. So that's also one of my motivation on creating 𝗕𝗵+. All right. So in this case, looking here, we know the direction, we know what we can do, and from there we will move on and we'll be able to come up with very, very good strategy together with your own personal experience. You will be able to increase your success rate based on you knowing what of the root cause of the problem, and that's where you can be able to put the medicine in, and that's where things will go very smoothly for you. All right, so I really hope that you guys have this demo here, be able to synergize what I'm trying to give it to you, and you guys can actually play with it based on your own personal forecast you have done in the past. A lot of people here maybe have been doing 𝗕𝗵 for very long years, and you have your own personal case study, and that's where you also want to look into your previous chart. What have you done wrongly? What can you do better? All right. So it's not about did you do it wrongly, and it's not for time for regrets, but what can you do better? And in the future, you can actually provide better solution, not just for yourself and also for people. All right. So let me show you a little bit on the part that, let's go back to a little bit more on this issue. As you can see here, I really wish that you guys read this because I have a lot of things inside. Like for example, 𝗕𝗵𝗃, the Kung matter, the sixth combo, third party relationship. Is there any third party relationship solutions? You know, at that point, 2016, really takes some time and effort to really did this thing. Yeah, because I'm a very how to say perfectionist lah. So in this case, when I take up a project, I take up a feng shui project, I take up a consult, I really go full force, you know, derive and find the problems and come up with solutions and yeah, make the best of it. So that's what I do. But however, I mean, I also wish that you guys can also be like me. So hence, yeah, creating this Qimen plotter, Qimen Plus is also something that part of my life that I wish to contribute to this society and this community. Okay, so let me read some of your question. Charlene said, can it be third party? Okay, good. All right, so third party here, I mean, you need to know your useful god lah. Okay, so therefore, useful god generally for male. Let me move into the chart. So third party here, if you want to talk about male, where's my, all right, so where's my thing? Okay, so third party for male is definitely the 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃. Okay, so if you are advanced player, you know that this is a clash. So definitely there will not be any third party. Then another side, could it be for the female? I mean, let's say for example, this Michael don't want to come to her, then she got new opportunity, you know. So the new opportunity could be 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. So the 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 is also countering the 𝗕𝗵𝗃, which is the day, which is herself. So which means there's no third party for both sides, or new opportunity for both sides. So that's why I say that it could be a initiative from, it could be a human problem. And that's the reason why we don't need to read so far. Sometimes overcomplicating your own personal useful god can be very bad. All right. And then what if I put my own year stamp in? Can I try to actually see what differences he have? The more things you put inside, you will get super ultra complicated. All right. So basically, go back to the day, which is yourself. Understand, is it your own personal problem? And the next one, look into the useful god, because basic players look into the day and hour. Advanced players look into the day and useful god. All right. So in this case here, the day represents 𝗕𝗵𝗃, which is the forecaster, which is my friend here, Ashley. Then the useful god for love will definitely be the harmony. So these are the two palettes you need to see. That's all. All right. So don't overcomplicate stuff. And that's the reason why the analytics, the strategy, the solutions are all there for you. Cool. Okay. So let me brief you a little bit on the plotter before we go back to the slides. So hence, if let's say you want to go for a new forecast, go to the dashboard. So dashboard here, you can write your own name lah. I mean, if you have the Qimen Plus plotter. So I think the normal plotter also can write your own name. So let's say I want to write my name. Okay, so I write my name. Oh, then you cannot change really. You better choose a good nickname for yourself. All right, so I want to plot a chart. Then I'll go back to this part. So then let's say I want to plot current time business, for example, at this current moment. Then you can have it. Then this will be relation to business, and this will be your business forecast. Okay, what problems you have, what strategy you can put. This is all inside here. Okay, so let's say, for example, you want to talk about the free plotter. So I'm going to log it out. I log out. Let's say I go to Qimen plotter. Okay, so Qimen plotter is here. This is the free model. The free model, you cannot have all this, but it's fine. It's fine. All right. If you're not ready, then you can actually use the general. So the general, which I told you, we also have the backend for you, which is black is bad, red is good. And one thing here, you can do toggling. You see, you can toggle. And you toggle, is it? The structures come out already. Some of the very common, powerful structures lah. Yeah, so it's there for you already. It's all there. Like for example, this one, like the bird returned the cave. Yeah, it's all there for you. So this is a free plotter, but you don't have the analytics. If you're willing to actually go for the upgrade, just press here. You can go over to this part. But this one here, if not for today, because the website will always be selling at 49 USD. All right. But today, only just for today, the webinar, we will go for 45. So after today, we will just go back, revert back to 49 USD. All right. So if you're ready, just go for it. Okay. So you got my point, guys? All right, so come on. Let me see what other slides I'm gonna share with you. Okay. Let me go back to my slides. Where's my slides? All right. Okay, so here. All right, so I really urge you guys to actually join the community and join our Telegram group and all this. All right, if you're not inside, please go inside. If you want to keep track for all our updates, then just join the three things. Okay. Then yeah, so this will be the comparison between our own different plotter versus the external outside plotter. Okay, so today is $45. Then I really urge you, if you're ready, go for it. Okay. Then what's next? Any more? No more. So this is the last page. Okay, so we will have some time for Q&A. Those who are ready, you have questions, plot it in. Those who wish for have clarity in terms of what we have taught just now, you can actually show your question in. I'll be here for the time being to help you guys. All right. So those who really experience some new learning today, very fortunate we are able to actually have a communication today and interact. And so if you're happy, then I'm very happy for you that you learned something new through our sharing. Okay. So I wish to see you in the very next webinar if we have it. Okay, so let's look into our Q&A. Which Qimen system do you teach? Oh, generally we use the 自论 system. Wait, let me go back to the chart. It's my okay here. So sure. Wait, no login. Okay, here. So basically, generally, most teachers will teach the 自论. Okay, so but some Taiwanese schools, they use the 菜谱法. Okay, then now there will be a much more advanced technique, which is the 音盘. So for starters, then I'll feel that the 自论 is much more better because it's more holistic. All right, so the calendar dates are more holistic compared to the different two. The formulas are a little bit different. The way how it's calculated is also a little bit different. Okay, but it's not about the system, to be honest. That's why I have these three things here. It's not always about the system, it's about your own personal forecast at that period of time where you plot the chart, how you read the chart. Okay, a lot of people have problems reading the chart because they're not familiar with the different variables, the stars and deities and all this. So that's why we come up with, to help you in the color coding. We also help you in the stages of the stars, and I mean the stems. And we also do more, which is we give you the percentage, the analytics percentage of your success rate. And we don't just stop there, yeah. We also give you the strategy in terms of your challenge that you have. We also tell you what challenge you're going to face. And that's where you can actually have a very good, clear direction to solve your own personal problems. Yeah, so that's how you do stuff. Do it right, do it correctly, have a very good mindset, correct way of reading chart, then you will always have confidence, because once you know that you know what's the best part here? When you see a breakthrough is when you plot that chart, you feel good. You feel good when you are able to read your analysis. And that's where when you give analysis to your friends or not, I mean, sometimes you want to, help people, and that's where you are able to support them, to give them different views, different perspective, different direct answers or strategies. It feels really good. And you see the growth in them, which is they really get that part settled. You feel that, wow, Qimen Ninja is a very powerful art. It's a very mystical art. Yeah, so that's the point. Okay, so any more questions?
Yeah,
Hello.
Draco.
Who is this?
It
Sorry?
is John.
Oh, Mr. John.
Oh, hey, good, good, good. Yeah, good
Ah,
to speak to you.
hey, I'm very happy to see you. I mean, I'm hear you. All right. Okay, so what's your question for me?
Yeah, I was just wondering, would you
Hmm.
be thinking of incorporating the palace interactions?
Oh yeah, we did more than that. We have a lot of different layerings inside, different layers,
Uh,
different dynamics, different combinations, different possibilities on how we actually talk about the useful god, the day stamp palace, how we actually have an integration. Then we have different scenarios to determine the percentage. We also have the relationship analysis inbuilt inside as part of one of our what we call system lah, that helps you to calculate the percentage of your success rate. So, and that's where different point systems is inside to help you to have a very holistic, close to zero error lah. I wouldn't say our Qimen Plus is perfect because we are also improving. I remember one of the players here asked a question: Are we going to input the seasons into the chart? I would say we want to do it, but like I told her, I mean it's very costly. We have a lot of things on hand right now, so we are definitely going to do consistent upgrading. All right. So on the plotters, where me myself with my own personal experience and also observation, and also from you guys, your recommendations and what you feel that it should be inside, we will try our best to actually put it in because it requires a lot of programming, which is really very tough. So hence, rest assured that we have done a lot of things behind the back end to help you to be able to analyze and also give very good strategy solutions to your client. Yeah, so we will always be upgrading the app. I mean, based on the subscription you guys have paid, we don't have additional subsequent subscription for now. So we will consistently upgrade the plotter to the point that it's only meant for the Qimen Plus people. Okay, all right. Okay, 可以吗？
all right, great, thank you. Yeah,
You,
if we
you
want
mean
to just
Draco?
share our feedback
Ah,
on because I'm playing around with your plotter
hmm.
and also like sharing it with my community members
Hey,
because
wait.
I have
Is
a
it
Facebook
a
group.
good thing or bad thing? Bad thing or
Um,
you tell me privately.
no, and then I think okay, it's like uh it's just like some ideas that people
Okay.
have. They want to see like like this is the part where I also ask you about the numbers like
Oh,
my 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 members ask what's the number about
yeah.
I
I was
just tell
shocked. I
them
was shocked.
I wouldn't I'm not able to explain that, so I have to get back to you.
I was very shocked. I was like, hey, shit. How come these numbers is inside? I was like, hey, shit. Yeah, I was talking to my team. They said, hey, this one wrong lah. This one is not meant for Qimen. This one is for feng shui. Then it's like, oh, then what should we do? Then I was like contemplating, should I remove it? Should I not remove it? Then I like, just like that, lor. That's the answer for you, lor. Because that one is not cheap. That one is not Qimen. That's the very high
Leave it lah,
level.
Draco.
Sorry.
Leave it,
Sorry.
leave it there.
I'll leave it there. Wait for you to break the code, right?
Never mind. No. The other thing is your success rate, right?
Ah,
Is combination just now from
yes.
John say
Yeah.
is combination on the day and hour also
Mm.
inclusive the what they call useful god.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why you have a much more advanced success rate law. So you see, the very basic level. Okay, so let me like help you guys how I log in. Okay, so we also take very good precaution on security. So that's where when we log in, we have the OTP. But because why I was talking to my DPO.
Very
So
mafana this one.
my DPO was because as an entrepreneur, right, we want to make sure that our data is very much secured. We have responsible to your own personal data. Of course, you must take good care of your username and your password lah. But we also must make sure that all these data is not leaked. So that's where I input the OTP system to make sure that it's very much secured. All right, we want you guys to make sure that you use with ease. Make sure that you guys are happy using it. and be very sure that all this data is very much secured and not leaked out to the public. All right. Okay. So back to your question here. Just like you talk about the let me just take one and show . So this is the thing, the success rate . So it's a very much different system. We have a lot of back-end data predictive analysis inside. So hence all the subject matter, the well forecast and the success rate all are different system itself. The calculation is all different, and that's where we come out with success
Your
rate.
apps one don't have the people and activities and trend and spirit, right?
Which one, sorry?
Your handphone model one, right?
Have. All is the same.
Same, I know, but then it didn't came out the words here, people, activities. Maybe can add on.
Oh, is it?
This
Can you screenshot and show me? I mean, it could be some
after
bug.
this.
Okay. Yeah, you just let me know. Maybe it's some bug. I will just go and get my programmer to get it.
Correct.
Okay, so technically, right, just what we're talking about, if let's say you're a very new beginner, right, then you talk about myself, 𝗨𝗨 is a percentage. My wealth forecast is another percentage. My success rate is another percentage. So if you see everything is low, right, then it's also a form of indication that this forecast could be not so good. You get my point? So if let's say my wealth forecast is very high, then my subject matter is very low. Then you know that it's your problem. You get a point? So you see I really help to try to differentiate in a mode that you know what's the problem, you have a direction to the problem, and that's where you can understand the challenge and formulate the strategy. Simple. Okay. Let's see. Charlene, which Qimen system you teach? Oh, this one I explained already. How do you use the same chart to read the health status of 2%? Okay, like I said, this question is a very advanced question already. It's a very advanced question. In the terms that you want to read two people, basically you must first have a question why you have these two different people. And you want to talk about these two different people in what situation. You see, there's a lot of things that you need to first have some knowledge and skill set in learning Qimen at this current point. This chart, this plotter, is not a miracle tool for you to come out with this success rate. Then that's where you know can or cannot. It does not determine your actions. It's a complement system to help you, to support you in your analysis. You must always remember this part. So the very, very first basic, you need to know what is Qimen. All right, you need to have skills. You need to know how to read at least the basic chart. This is very, very important, because if you just use my plotter and just plot, you cannot have any what we call as good analysis to help you, because number one, this is not set to be able to throw away what you have learned from Qimen and just use the app. I didn't build this app in this manner. My rationale here is to help you. If you are a beginner, it can help you to increase your skills, your reading exponentially. If you're a professional or you're a practitioner, it gives you different angles, helps you to cover your flaws, maybe some parts that you have missed out, and that's where you can actually not help yourself, but also integrate with your own personal experience with the strategy, and that's where you come up a very good recommendation for you or for your clients. Okay, so this plotter is meant for this purpose, and that's the reason why we are consistently upgrading it. 可以吗? All right, so I really wish that maybe it will disappoint you, but I really want to tell you the truth. All right, you really need to first have some knowledge in Qimen, study some Qimen, regardless which teacher you go for. No difference. All right, some teachers are better, some teachers are not so good. But I need to tell you, I mean, Qimen, what the Qimen, the topics are always the same. All right, regardless A percentage, B percentage, or C percentage, generally it's the same. So it's more towards like, are you having affinity with that person? You can understand what that person is teaching, because useful God is just useful God. It's not like suddenly I come up with another new useful God and this is for this reading. Cannot be, because this art has been there for 5,000 years. It's always there. It's been tested out and proven out. All right, so hence I will urge you to actually find a teacher, learn from them, and that's where you apply the Qimen Plus in your own personal reading, and that's where you can actually excel and just progress in a very exponential mode. Okay, all right.
Just
Yeah.
just like what you did in 2016, right? I mean, you write a blog on the relationship, and you know, with that time, if you have this plotter, then the advice will be different because of the solitary door.
Yeah.
The strategy will be different
Yeah.
because it's in red. But then at that time, you don't have this kind of plotter to tell you, right?
Yeah.
And then the advice could be different already. So that's where you mention all this.
Yeah.
It's a compliment,
Yeah.
you know, to your own understanding of what you have learned about Qimen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So at
correct.
2016, I don't have this skill.
I
don't have.
know.
Yeah. So right now, my
Your
role
advice will
here.
be different, right? I
Yeah.
mean, looking at
Yes.
that, how come it's become the relationship, the sixth harmony is in the activities is red color, right? Then the advice will be different already compared to the previously used the plotter.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So very slight difference also can be different. Yeah. So
Correct.
that's my point.
A lot different, huh? Because the outcome is the activity is good actually, you know. But the time you didn't, the plotter doesn't show that.
Yeah. That's my point. So in the past, like, oh, you have delusion though. Means it's
Oh,
bad, means it's stuck.
yeah,
Sometimes may not be stuck. Oh, some people might want to say, hey, I want a low profile relationship. Cannot, man. Can what?
can,
No.
yes,
Come on, can
exactly.
ma. I don't want anything that I don't want people to know. That's why I'll keep it very low key. Can ma. It's also
Can,
delusion ma. Doesn't mean it's
correct.
stuck. So you
Yes.
see, that's the point. When it's in red, it's always portraying, it's always displaying in a very positive manner. If it's black, then you know that, oh, this relationship is stuck. You get my point? Yeah. So you see, that's the power of
That's the difference of this plotter.
that's not all, yeah. We
Yeah.
also have analytics for you. So there's a lot of things.
That's why I like this plotter.
That's great. So I'm very sure you will definitely rekindle the love for yeah.
Different you just see the plotter, right? Different perspective, right? Because of the analytical part of it. It give me different point of view lah. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So I really appreciate your time. This is a recorded video. Those who really miss out some of the parts, no issue. Rewatch the video if you have time. Then those who are ready, just wanting to actually upgrade your skills or use it as a practitioner plotter, then go for the Qimen Plus. All right. So thank you so much for all your time. I mean, spending some time with me for this 1 hour. Very appreciate your effort. Okay, so if you have questions for me, then just private text me or yeah, just email me. I'll be there for you. Okay, 可以吗? So thank you so much for your time and have a great day. All right, see you guys. See you guys soon. Thank you so much.